Hey, this is Jupiter Exile, and we're back online. We really can't stay away. If you, the people who know me in real life know that I get kind of antsy sometimes, and I can't let a challenge go. So we're getting back into this. Booting back up for the second time today, Dark Souls 2. Get everything minimized out so I can get back into this. All right. Now we're not going to jump straight back into Ilana, which is part of what is getting me over this frustration hurdle. That, and I had something to eat, and I feel a lot better in general now. Something to eat, tall glass of water, get the headache processed a bit. So we are going to be running over to SL1, and we're going to work on that content for a while. And here our primary goal is pretty much just going to be make the next bonfire alive. Excuse me. Ugh. Blech. Okay, and I'm going to try this with a rapier and the work hook. Alright. So, there is one item that we can get out of Shulva that will make us stronger if we beat all of Shulva. In SL1, there are two, maybe three. One of the items that we're after, the one that we're going to be chasing down now. Oh yeah, this is way easier than last time. One of the items we're after right now is known as the Ring of the Embedded. The Ring of the Embedded gives us better stats relative to how bad our stats are. Oh, he's got another attack. Oh, that poked the wrong guy. Ha! So, basically, the Ring of the Embedded will give us a pretty good stat spread across everything, giving us the ability to carry more equipment, more health, more stamina. Everything's going to be a bit better. And it will also allow us to use a better weapon. And the plan is get the Ring of Embedded and then go back and beat down Ilana. There's another item that's deeper in here known as the Vessel Shield. The Vessel Shield will also give us a pretty substantial boost to stats. I believe the Vessel Shield is like +4 on a couple stats, and then +1 on all the stats that don't get +4. Woo! I thought that first stab would trigger a backstab. Didn't happen. Oh well, moving on. Yeah, so I think I'll be at this tonight. I'm thinking tomorrow I'm gonna try and hit Psychonauts 2 pretty hard, because I want to start playing Metroid Dread as soon as possible, so that I can watch other streamers play Metroid Dread after I've played it. We've got Gargura and Korona Inugami playing the game. I watched them both. This one with the spear is way deadlier. Although I guess this other guy back here managed to damage me during my backstab animation. Not cool, buddy. Not cool. Spear wielder, I don't even think I killed, which is a bummer. I see that the first guy outside the door, we've stopped his spawn now because we were trying this the other day. Yeah, the ones with spears are a lot more problematic because they have more blocking frames while they're doing stuff. I'm not going to worry about human effigies or restoring my health while I'm doing this bit. Ah, I was too early on the dodge. Yeah, some of these will go quick. Just gotta get through it. Sadness. Elaim Lois is tough, but it's definitely beatable. So, the Ring of the Embedded does not require us to kill a boss. The Vessel Shield does. This might be, I might have failed that because the work hook makes my dodge a little bit worse. I might have just failed that in general. It's just enemies with spears, man. Enemies with spears mess me up hard. And I think that's more a Dark Souls 2 problem than it is another game. Because in Dark Souls 2, the spear-wielding enemies all have these absurd tracking on their attacks. Yeah, I didn't know I was going to interrupt him there, so I planned on not interrupting him, and then he got interrupted and it threw me off. And then, like, my buffered inputs screwed me up. Man, I was getting past this guy the other day. Maybe the spear wielders I'm better off using the mace, and that's the problem. Any enemy who is very actively blocking, it's a lot harder to make use of the rapier against. You don't get the same kind of advantage on a blocked rapier hit compared to a blocked mace hit. I don't know why it is like so laggy about understanding my attack repositioning. There we go. Ice rapier. I think the requirements on that are like absurdly high. Just want to check. Yeah, 13/15. That's technically SL1 wieldable after getting a few more items, I think. That dex requirement might be a little too high. Okay, so the takeaway, the bit to learn, is second hit staggers on these guys. Blip. Yeah, second hit staggers, but they can move and block and do other stuff. So. Do I need to be more patient against the... No, I think I just need to do better. One trick about having stat modifying gear, any gear that results in a net increase in your stats also trickles down into a slight increase in your health and defenses, because of kind of a quirk in the way stats are calculated. That didn't kill him. 3 stabs was killing him before because I was getting counter hits. But if he's not in an attack animation, I won't get a counter hit, and that is bad. Speaking of counter hits, actually, let's see, I have the old Leo ring. Strengthens thrust weapon counterattacks. I think this might result in more damage overall than the Royal Guard ring +1. At least for now. Now, counterattacks are not the same as backstabs. The Dark Souls 3 parlance is counter versus critical. Still not dead. Very impolite. Oh, it has so much reach, and then he backs away, and then he runs right back in. Yeah, I only recently got it, so I wasn't thinking about it too much. Yeah, in Dark Souls 1, if I'm remembering correctly, in that one you can only get the Leo ring by killing Ornstein second in the Ornstein and Smo fight. In Dark Souls 2, it's a lot easier to acquire, but there are better options. Of course, in Dark Souls 1, you only have 2 ring slots, so your rings are spoken for the majority of that run. Just be dead. Jeez. Had enough of, like, just barely not killing that guy. There. So the old Leo ring is not quite enough to make me two-shot that guy, but it's close. That being said, with full humanity, I can take 2 hits from them. So that's a good amount of leeway. That's more like it. There. Oh right, there's a guy behind me here. No problem. And then we've got the dogs. Standing here is enough to make them angry. Triggered a... There we go. Yeah, for fighting things like dogs, have to angle the camera way down in order to hit them with the rapier at a good success rate. Okay, so I was trying to run through here before, and I think I'm going to keep doing that for now. This is a whole lot of guys. And I got to take the left passage. That guy wants to show up, I guess. That's gonna kill him. It's just the way of it. I need to make it across there, open that door, and go through it. Let's see. I think slowing down to kill the one guy is what cost me there. I needed to do a dashing attack with a follow-up attack in order to kill him faster. If I do run out of human effigies making these attempts, or other attempts in general, I can just go back to the Shrine of Amana to restore my humanity and get all my health back. It does get annoying when you wind up having to do that on some of the later boss fights. It's like you'll attempt the boss a couple of times and then you need to go back. Come on, just fall down. There we go. Given that the first enemy stopped respawning, there's not much more left in these guys. There we go. I don't recall if this gal actually gets up and fights, but we're not about to find out. That was actually a magical backstab. I did not expect to have that. But hey, occasionally the game can split out in my favor. Oh right, this guy. Well, don't you have a nice big weapon with a big old sweep? Trying to make me jealous? It's actually long enough that I can almost stab them through this. There we go. Okay, that is the last group that I am going to legitimately fight on this run. On this particular bit. Once this place unfreezes, it's going to be a lot more dangerous. Whoa. I forgot there was a guy over there. I'm not sure if I can survive this, but I'm gonna try. Okay. That might still be the right way to go. I'm not sure. The crystal-backed enemies have a lot more health, so I don't want to be bogged down in trying to kill them. But if that area has another split in the direction after it, it's gonna be tough. The hallway room with the door at the far end has like 3 enemies in a tight pack. I don't want to be obligated to try and kill all those guys. And that's like the second group that is a tight pack. They all have visibility on each other. You can get caught in a crossfire of spells. Crossfire. One down. It's like for you. Yeah, the fact that we get an interrupt on the second stab is really nice. This weapon makes a lot of this pretty easy. That positioning was a little tricky. These guys, oh, they can drop human effigies. Nice. Because last time they dropped, lost soul of something something. There's so many different, like, varieties of soul. Yeah, okay, so of these guys here, we've got the one with a spear. We absolutely don't want to deal with that spear wielder while we have to deal with other stuff. Their attack pattern's bad enough as is. Now, this setup has the guy with the sword here. If I can get him to come around, I might want to try fighting just him. So maybe I can... Ack. I want to see if I can just firebomb this guy and get him to run around here at me. Yeah, the whole reason I want you to come over here is so that I can avoid all the spellcasting junk. There we go. Okay. Aha! Dodging all that shit by sound. Yeah, I knew that I was going to get killed when when one of those stabs whiffed. I really thought that would be in range. It's like, oh, that's a death sentence. What? Sometimes the hitboxes feel like such robbery. It's like, oh yeah, he pulled back the haft of his spear over there. That totally does that much damage. Alright. It's cold, man. The Leo ring is okay, but I think... Let me try actually with the Ring of Steel Protection. See how much of a difference that makes. Something defensive on the kit. I haven't been trying to defend myself almost at all with the rings and such. But it was pretty clutch in Dark Souls 1. Okay, we got there. Just gotta get there. It can be a little messy. It just has to, you know, work out. So that time I tried one light to one heavy to see what that might look like. I'm not using heavy attacks almost at all, and part of me thinks that that's like a bad habit. I got some lag in the middle there, but the lag is not what killed me. Possibly the panic induced by the lag, but that is not a clear causal link. There we go. Okay, interesting. The heavy stab staggers them in one. Yeah, he got a block frame, so he didn't take the stagger on the second one. These flippin' spear wielders, man. I cannot get them figured out. Okay, he's gone. There we go. Don't have to worry about him anymore. That was actually a guard breaker. The guard breaker certainly has some applications. I'm just not good at recognizing them or executing the move consistently. Oh, he actually got me with that. Yeah, it's off. It's actually really tricky to hit these guys with the stab correctly. so things like that'll happen. Hitting them with a mace, I think it was about the same difficulty, though. Like, maybe a little easier. I had to be closer to make it happen. But the mace is already like a downward swing. I think the rapier is definitely an upgrade in my ability to kill these regular guys. I think I've just stopped the spawn of that one. Yeah, that's a case of me like taking damage because of the work hook is lowering my adaptability, I think. Because I think that dodge would have still been an invuln if I had more adaptability. Because the work hook, carrying it around, is not just reducing my adaptability. It is also the opportunity cost of not being able to use the ladle, which would increase my adaptability. So it's both being reduced and it's not being increased when otherwise it would be. Okay, let me make sure I'm not 2-shottable for this next section. Let's take it up to 3-shottable. Yeah. Every bit counts. What gloves am I even wearing? It's the peasant gloves? It's the peasant long gloves. Some long gloves. The left arm is like a rope. I'm actually going to try using some charcoal pine here as well. See how quickly this allows me to kill certain targets. Chug that a bit. Okay, so with the charcoal pine, that's a 2-shot. How about these guys? Okay, 3-shot on these guys, but they don't stagger. Okay, and there are versions of these guys who use spears. Whoa ho ho! That was coming in from downtown. Hey, buddy. The other guy coming around the corner. Okay, looks like he didn't alert since I rolled the top of the stairs. Okay. Whoa ho ho! Okay, I wasn't able to get off the 2 stabs as fast as I thought I would on that guy. Maybe because I waited too long. I think I waited for him to start up an attack before I actually got into that. These guys back here have, the ones that I killed that last run through, they still have a lot of spawns left before they would stop spawning. I'd have to do what I just did about 10 more times, or 9 more times or so. I think every enemy is on like at least 10 spawns. Somewhere between 10 and 15, if it's more than 10. I think it's just 10. Which is why, like, this first smattering is just gone. Yeah, that guy's gone. So the first enemy we've got now is the spear wielder. Come on. Come on out. That is a little annoying, but we got it. Yeah, basically, if I'm gonna get the interrupt on these guys, I need to stab them once before they start attacking. If I wait for them to start attacking, it's not gonna turn out well. One down. I was actually hoping for a one-shot on that that charge stab. Didn't quite get there. Now, I think killing the one guy by throwing the firebomb is still a good plan here. So we're gonna keep doing that. I've got plenty of firebombs, so. There we go. Just not gonna stand and fight this guy. Bit of hot camera work there. Whoops. There we go. Go basically straight through the middle there. Okay, that spear shot was really rough. Okay, we're gonna go on the left here. Okay, where does this put me? Puts me out here. I could drop down there. I've been down there before. It's not where I need to go. Up here is another goon. Old Bell Helm. Okay, that does not do a lot for me, and there's nowhere to progress past here. So let's try to run this back, and we'll see if we happen to lose anybody who was chasing earlier. It looks like I did cross over some kind of aggro limit threshold. Don't know what's up with this one guy. Okay, so now we want to try and cut across here and get behind this guy. There's a bonfire. We made it. We did it. That was the entire goal. Alright, at least mostly. I'm gonna burn, oop, not that. I'm gonna burn a human effigy. Alright. Is there an illusory wall here? No, okay. Alright. Following from here, there's a few enemies we need to run past. But a lot of these clunky icicle dudes. Behind this guy. And I think we're heading up here. I don't think it's this one. Nope. Woo! I think this is not my goal right now. So I missed a turn. But I will pull this. Ah, he won't let me. Alright. From there... Okay. Where is it? Ah, it's through here. Here we go! The Ring of the Embedded. So, we're swapping out the Ring of Steel Protection for the Ring of the Embedded. Yeah, gain surprises but take increased damage. The surprises is very fun. So, going from 30% equipment load to 27% equipment load because our maximum equipment just jumped. Even though this is heavier, funnily enough. So the missing bit of health at the top there is the extra amount of health bar we gained. And our stats, you can see we're up to... it's still counting as 6 strength and 13 dex. Is that not counting our full statuses? Okay, it's not displaying like a higher status, but I think in that... is it only measured in derived stats? It might be. Oh well. Point is, we're stronger now. thought this was actually measured in terms of okay, that's the stat difference we can see. Ah, that's right, that's right. It's not every stat. It's not literally every stat, but it is vitality, endurance, and the third stat there is the one that influences our equipment load. Okay, now we're going to try and see if we can beat the Bridge Keeper. Oh, that took 4 hits that time. Did I unequip something that was giving me damage? Ow. Okay, there was a guy over there who shot me with some magic, so I think I need to fight this guy over here. But I believe he's still backstab susceptible. There we go. What did I have equipped here? Right, it was the equip load thing. So still got Dragon Crest, Ring of Blades, Flynn's Ring. This should still be the best setup I can have for now. Ooh. Yeah, you can see a frozen mimic there. Okay, that one was 3 hits. I don't know what was up with that other guy. So yeah, you can see a whole bunch of frozen chests here. We have to unfreeze LAM Lois in order to access these. Back over that way, there's a bunch of dogs and another one of these tougher soldiers. Up over here is another one of these tougher soldiers. That attack is naturally very deadly. Phantom ahead, therefore try ring. Weakness, try stabbing in the back. Phantom ahead. Oh, that's right. I think we do have a PvP type target up ahead. Ah, he barely got me. Freaking magic pixel. That was an elevator I wanted to activate. Ah. Blech. Okay, so I gotta run past a lot of other stuff, but that lever I pulled earlier should stay pulled. These are just people claiming to have illusory walls, right? There's nothing here, illusory-wise. I think one of these might open up as a shortcut later or something like that. These guys almost always love leading off with a leaf slam. They're just a lot clunkier than some other guys that I've been dealing with so far. And if this is an aggro limit for them, that's really tidy. Uh-oh. I guess it's not a hard aggro limit. Oh, that guy Estused. I didn't know these guys had Estus. Given that he was about to turn around, this guy might actually also have an aggro radius that's kind of defined by the presence of the door, or his expectation of a door. Ow. That's very damaging. Yeah, that charging attack they do is very threatening in some situations, and not very threatening at all in a lot of other situations. Like, here on the staircase, it's pretty threatening. It's pretty hard to avoid here. I think I'm just going to try avoiding this guy and not giving him the time of day for a moment. I believe we've got, like, an invisible enemy running around here. Yeah, there's a couple of them. You can kind of see them. And, yeah, armor ahead, but stay calm. Yeah, there's a dude invisibly manning that who accidentally shot another guy. It's pretty funny. Okay, so I aggroed a bunch of stuff I should not have aggroed if I want to live, but I'm going to run back over here and try to flip on this elevator again. Hey, buddy. Want to let me through? Yeah, it was greedy. Thought it might be. Whew! Yeah, okay. That'll do it. That'll do it. Okay, I actually do have to fight that guy to get that elevator open, because he's just going to stab me in the back if I try otherwise. Yeah. But it looks like a lot of the other Ice Shield Knights, the Shield and Lance variety, won't really try to run me down that hard. Yep, just excuse me. Yeah, it's taking 4 hits now. I thought the Ring of the Embedded plus the Flynn Ring was a net positive there. I have to take another look. There's plenty of time to try and just get up ahead of that guy. There we go. I don't think there's anything I can swap the Ring of Blades out for that will give you more physical attack than the ring that just says, do more physical attack. I think I know why I'm getting a little bit of difference. Oh yeah, this doesn't get me a shortcut back, it just moves a thing out of the way. Because that was like adjacent to one of the earlier bonfires. Ow. Very unpleasant of you all. I see this is a one-way, that's fine. I'm trying to remember if this is... Yep, this is actually the way to go. This is where we needed to be. I see where you're coming from, but I'm gonna go with no. This side. This is what we need, the Eye of the Priestess. With the Eye of the Priestess, we can clearly see anything that is meant to be invisible. This, I think, is an elevator up from below to this spot. So this actually has ramifications throughout the game, which I think is interesting considering this is DLC. The original game just happened to feature some invisible opponents that we can now see. We can go back to the Shaded Woods, for instance, where there was that like entire field segment full of invisible dudes. The biggest difference with this, though, is that we can start to make attempts on Ava, the king's pet. Yeah, when they're not in the cold, these guys are totally active and a big bother. open this up. Alright, so we're getting in some good progress. This room, I remember being super bitchy once the place isn't cold. We're gonna try pulling them out of here one at a time. Mostly. Uh-oh. Wow. They are obnoxious. Yeah, with the spear wielder, I don't think there's much more we can, like, reasonably get done there. Come up here, grab this. Another dark spirit. Can't make this progress yet. Can I move? Barely. Surprised to be alive. For a moment there, the game seemed to decide that my run button was optional. I'm very glad to have not died. And this just drops us off back at a kind of beginning area. So we're going to go ahead and use this bonfire to reset ourselves. As now that we have the Eye of the Priestess, we can make attempts on one of the more challenging bosses in the game, the King's Pet Ava. If you just can't use stupid invader. Ha! Oh my! Where'd this barrel come from? Yeah, buddy, I know. There's an item in the game that makes you look like a piece of furniture. It's based on the location you use it in, too. They also brought it back in Dark Souls 3. Ow. That's basically what we expect from a circumstance like that. Elaim Lois has some very, very rude scripted invaders, because that dude will turn into a random object and try to follow you. And there's another guy later that's way worse. I think his name is Maldron. But Maldron, he shows up and he looks white and he tries to act friendly, because he's using an item that changes his invader color to make him look like he's a Sunbro. And then in addition to that, he's got a hit-and-run style where if he's, like, moderately wounded, he'll just try to run you past a whole bunch of nonsense. And his weapon set is also degen. So you say. Yeah, ordinarily, that tiger up there is invisible. And actually has a very challenging moveset. I can't remember everything it does. But yeah, it's got dangerous magic. It will pounce on us. Claw swipes, the whole 9 yards. It's got plenty of health. That burst attack that I didn't even remember was a thing. Now, the last time I was fighting it, though, I wasn't making attempts using the rapier. So we'll see if this helps. Yes, this creates, like, ground bursts to mess you up. Oh, those can't go behind it. Yeah, I killed myself by drinking there. It was a bad idea. Very, very bad idea. Alright. Let's see, I might try fighting it. Well, I'm gonna try putting on some charcoal resin. First of all. Already got it on the hotbar, so we're good with that. Yeah, we have a much bigger health bar now that we got the Ring of the Embedded. If we can beat Ava, we can get the Vessel Shield, which is another big stat boost. The Vessel Shield is a big enough stat boost that we can change over to the Battle Axe as our primary weapon. And with the Battle Axe, we should be able to chop down a lot of nasty stuff. The Battle Axe does have a caveat of extra delay if you miss a swing, so, you know, don't miss. If this can't go behind him, burst attack. Looks like that pattern's maybe more set than I'm giving it credit. Okay, and that's not lethal. That's good. Can a quick drink work? No. No matter how quickly you get up and start drinking, you will not have enough time. He's not locked into those patterns for that long. Okay, but a few of those casts are maybe less deadly than my memory would have led me to think. I don't know if I was ever aware that you could avoid the Crystal Soul Mass just by being behind him. That is super nice knowledge. Does he hop down if you just wait? I'm not sure. No, looks like you need to approach, so I can get at least that close before applying the resin. Woo! Oh, that hit, I guess. I have no idea where the actual hitbox for that is going. I'm just going off of timing. Alright, the charcoal resin is highly effective. We're making pretty good progress. I am going to use the restroom. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, Ava's a fight where we need to have very clean dodges, and we need to be able to anticipate the boss based on relatively little information about what the boss is actually doing. There's not much else I can do to get a leg up on this boss either. It's kind of just the next thing that has to happen in terms of making the character stronger. I think. Technically, there are a couple of very useful rings in Broom Tower that I could try to find. There's just a ring for +5 dex and a ring for +5 adaptability, which would make my damage higher or make my dodges better, respectively. Oh, okay, dodging to the right didn't work there. Let me try dodging to the left on that attack from now on, then. I was thinking that dodging to the right would, like, carry me through him in a good way. But if that was not enough to do that... Let me try that again. Yeah, I think Broom Tower is where we can find the rings that are good for +5 to strength and dex. We might need to have one of those in order to equip the Battle Axe, now that I think about it. Because the Battle Axe is 15 strength, and our current strength is 6. The Vessel Shield is good for +4 strength. That's right, the Vessel Shield is +4 strength. That'll get us to 10, which will allow us to use the Battle Axe in 2 hands. That's how that works. Yeah, right before I pass that third statue is when I need to buff up. Nope, that still didn't work. Okay. I think that hit me on his back claws, so yeah, maybe it is to the right. Maybe that is the best way. I do need to be able to dodge this attack, like, really routinely. Now, in terms of Broom Tower, I still haven't actually found the item that I need in order to get to it. I think that might require me to beat the Smelter Demon. Oh, right, I can do that later. Oh well, that's fine. I have 26 more of that stuff, and I can like, pop souls to get more if I need it. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm gonna need more health, because that was not a one-shot before. So let's burn an effigy. This is a very challenging fight. Yeah, it's only at the very tail end of the SL1 fight, of the SL1 run, that you get to do a gear swap out to, like, crazier stuff. At the midpoint with the work hook is when we can use certain dex weapons, but only the ones that have very low strength requirements. And we don't have a means of improving strength until very, very late. I think the last time I did this fight, I did it with a mace. It was really, really hard. Even on a lot of the, openings, you're not necessarily going to be close enough to land good hits. I actually waited too late to do that, but if I get behind him, that won't hit. Yeah, dodge out on that. Okay, dodge away on that. I didn't have the spacing quite right. And I was not far away enough to do that. Healing opportunities for Ava are incredibly tough. I needed to heal without running around as much there, or I needed to use a Radiant Lifestone instead of what I actually did. Okay. Yeah, so rolling out to the right on the leap, and rolling backwards when he does the spin. unfortunately, unlike a lot of dragons, you can't really roll into Ava to avoid many attacks. Not, like, super well. It felt like that was working on my first run, but I must have, like, mistaken something. This is the point when I can res him. Oh, I still got hit by some of the ice. Nice. Got off the heel. Oh, that slides it forward more than I thought it did. That's the burst. I didn't get far away enough. His burst does not have the same kind of wind-up as other characters. Like, other bosses who are about to use a get-off-me attack, it takes a super long time. Ava's is pretty quick. The double paw swipes is actually one of the more threatening attacks. Like, it's really difficult to avoid properly. Is if I dodge the first one, the second one is still, like, really hard to avoid. And it's basically still the kind of attack that I just have to dodge through with the proper frames. That's the burst. I dodged into it. What do you want to do? What's he doing? Okay, from that far out, I think I can drink while I'm waiting for this to happen. Barely. Okay, so that attack I can get under it for. Ah, that still hit. That was about the right dodge, too. Yeah, I can drink on this. But I need to dodge it correctly. And the drink didn't fill me up. Ah! Super glad I figured out that I can run at him for that if the distance is too bad. What are you doing? What do you want to do? This is dicey. Made it. What do you got, buddy? That one. That actually hit. Oh, that was close. And apparently I almost broke the rapier. Oh, geez. You really do not have a lot of leeway on this weapon. Woo! Okay. Okay. Alright, and that's a shortcut to get back. I believe with that part done, we are able to unfreeze Elaeum Lois. I don't remember exactly where the vessel shield is. I just remember it's in like one of these chests that we had to unfreeze. My eyes are a little stingy. Actually rest at the bonfire to get my weapon to not break. There we go. It might actually be that chest right there, which would just be awesome for me. The rapier is cool, but we can do more.
To think Ava could be bested. Who are you? This land is barren, cursed by the old chaos. It gave birth to atrocities.
There is another boss in Elaeum Lois that is just kind of two slightly smaller Avas that I don't think they cast, but it's Ludenzalen. The Ivory King is one of the most challenging like fight setups in Dark Souls SL1. It's an absolutely epic fight though.
It was with his magnificent soul and contained, but the chaos would not be sated. Inevitably, the king was Elaeum Lois. I remain here. Perhaps there is nothing. I have, my dear Lord. I haven't, though I am yet to. Kind, let me, and please.
Alright, so we now have the option. Yeah, Alsana's seal is undone, the winds of Elaeum Lois have ceased, so now the place will be unfrozen in many ways. We have the option of going down in there to try and fight the Ivory King, but it's basically going to be impossible for us to win right now. We need to free several frozen knights along the way in order to stand a god dang chance. Okay, so we now have the Vessel Shield. Despite being called the Vessel Shield, we're never going to block with this guy. You see the required stats, it requires like 20 strength and some other junk that we're never going to have. But you can have the stats from it just by holding it in the offhand, and as you can see, the stats are pretty crunk. So we're going to put that on, and we're going to put on the Battle Axe plus 10, since we plus 10'd it before. Notably, our equip load is over 37% now. I think our roll is like a little slower. I can't even fully perceive it being much slower. Our attack value is now a clean 380. If we use the mace instead, comes out to 350. So we're gaining about 30 attack power by switching off the weapon. And that's relative to the mace, we're getting that much. So now, we have the option of kind of going back through Elaeum Lois a bit, kind of from the beginning segment of it, to check out all the unfrozen stuff. But rather than focus on that, I'm going to be going back to the Priestess's Chamber and giving them what fur. Because we were not far on trying to kill, on trying to get that kill earlier. Before I actually do that, let me spend these 78,000 souls. I really want to make use of that. So I'm going to buy more charcoal pine resin from Gilligan. Maybe some other things.
You've been well.
I don't think... Yeah, she has no more chunks.
No injury.
So we're not going to make use of any of that.
To see.
I'm gonna buy his ladder miniature just because. Oh, and he's not actually the one who has charcoal. It's the guy in the other place. I'll buy that instead then.
Cheers for that.
And I'll use the rest on charcoal pine resin. But we will have to relocate. Now, it's a shame that golden pine resin is not readily available anywhere that I'm aware of. I'm actually going to check the Cathedral of Blue. I think this guy functions as a vendor. I didn't check on him, though, to see what he actually offers. There's also the fellow at the entrance of the castle. He sells a lot of arrows. I'm not sure if he has anything else terribly useful. Oh, no, he's not there. He should be here. There we go. As for you, what you got?
Transient, you have obtained proof you may call yourself one of us. Be proud. Rejoice. Do my who would gods have mercy.
Oh, we've unlocked it. He won't talk to us unless we're in the Covenant, though. So that's not my business. I don't want to bother with having to manage my Covenant back and forth at all. Iron Key Threshold Bridge. Yeah, that guy has like the Minotaur-looking helm. I forget where exactly you get that, but it lets you look like these fire-belching Minotaur statues. So I know that I'm missing some Estus Flask shards. I'm not certain where they are. I think some of them might be in certain DLC locations, but I don't know where. Yeah, we get a nice horizontal cut out of this thing. And our strong attack is a downward chop. So that's a solid reason to use the strong occasionally.
What? From the shrine? What fascinating.
Sure, I have no earthly idea what to do with it otherwise. I can now join the Dragon Remnants. That's what that was. I might need one of these at some point.
Cheers.
I suppose being able to give dragon scales to him to deepen ourselves within the Covenant is something. As I'm sure I have a bunch of unnecessary dragon scales. Get the petrified dragon bones for one thing. You wanna show up? Get out of here. Let's see, dragon scales. Where do I even have those? Where do those hang out? Dried fingers, bone of order. Oh, I don't actually have any dragon scales, do I? I don't know how you get those. I've got 2 souls of giants. Those are very important. There's a reason why they're not grouped up with souls. They're closer to being a key item that the game, for some reason, allows you to make mistakes with. As a note, I still haven't gone back and beat the Royal Rat Authority. That pain in the neck. Let's see. I'm gonna go back and give that a... Nah, I'm not gonna try on that now. That boss is frustrating as heck, man. That boss is more frustrating than all these other summoners and whatever else I happen to be fighting right now. Because even with all the new stats I've gotten... Oh, that was the wrong one. I need to go to the Sanctum Interior. There we go. Alright. Health hasn't changed much since before. but our damage should be handily better. And given how close I've come on this earlier... Oh, we've also got a good amount more stamina. And we still one-shot skeletons. Ow! We still need to respect things, but we're not really tougher. Our health bar is bigger, but we take 8% more damage, so the bigger health bar is like a little bit of a lie. Mostly it's like the stamina and the equip load, and because of the Flynn's ring, the equip load also translates through the Flynn's ring into more damage. Yeah, Flynn's ring is like an odd must-have for SL1 when you're not carrying a lot of stuff. But technically speaking, if you have a big equipment load capacity, you can just make use of that to translate this into damage. Alright, let's get back in the groove for this boss. That's the big burst. Yeah, we can do 5 swings when we're going all out now. Slurp. Oh, taken out by a lowly skeleton. No. Yeah, we're still super slow at using items and things like that. We got a little bit of adaptability back by virtue of no longer using the work hook. And I think the Vessel Shield might be giving us 1 adaptability as well. Yeah, we're at adaptability 13 right now, which is prettier than we were sitting with the Rapier setup earlier. Oh, also, as far as the Rapier setup is concerned, we're still allowed to equip the Rapier, as we do have 12 decks right now. We've got actually... Yeah, we've got exactly 12 decks right now, so we can use that if we wanted to. This weapon, 280 plus 100. The Rapier is currently 230 plus 95. Notably more damage here, theoretically. This is slashing. If we were up against an enemy that was resistant to slashing, it's possible the Rapier could still come out on top, or even the Mace. But physical damage typings don't usually matter nearly as much as the damage typing of, like, magic versus lightning versus fire, etc. And the fire resin is still a big chunk of damage here. As far as the numbers are concerned as well, we now also have enough strength that Raw is a strictly inferior damage setup. That was maybe a little cheeky. That didn't kill. She still had to move forward before she made the sweep. I'm a little unused to her timings after doing some other stuff for a bit. So I gotta get back in the groove before my, like, eyes give out on me, because, like, whew, they are not happy at the amount of screen time today. big man. That's an explosion. Woo! Spicy. That's an explosion. I was really hoping that wouldn't hit me. That cost me a pretty clean opening. Need to give him some space. That's an explosion. And that's the fight. Got it. Whew. Yeah, just had to get like a pretty good attack sequence. Get what's his face? Get Velstadt tangled up on some stuff. And yeah, I think for SL1, it's overwhelmingly likely that your successful Elana fight is going to involve fighting her and a Velstadt at the same time. Alright, this gets us to the middle of the Sanctum. I'm going to check real quick to see if there's a spot I can buy gold pine resin. It's the most effective thing against this boss, and I want to find out while I still have all these souls. Come on, run a search. Gold pine resin. Purchased from the... Oh, you can buy them from the head of Vengarl. Do I need to beat the body of Vengarl to do that? Okay, yeah. Looks like we need to run into him in the shaded woods. So we're gonna... This is gonna be chancy with our souls, but hey, I mean, what are souls good for? I did not know this character could act as a merchant. But hey, there you go. I guess he can. Oh, wrong area. It's not the shaded ruins I need. I need to be at the forked path. Now, I still haven't run down Vengarl's body, and that's not something I'm aiming to do right now. So he should be through here. Now, thankfully, I can see the enemies in here now, because I have the Eye of the Priestess. He should be along the left, over this way.
I learn new and if I can help you.
There we go. The decapitate gesture.
I was and Fraser, but
There we go. Gold pine resin. We'll take 50. And that's all we needed here, so we're going to go ahead and use the aged feather to go back to the other bonfire. Alright, I'm going to take a few practice runs at the boss before I start using the pine resin. But I will change my equipment. Don't need that to be there. There's no reason. So through here is the Slumbering Dragon's Sin. I think this is a really interesting fight for a few reasons. The biggest takeaway from this fight, and a lot of what I consider interesting compared to other things, you need to be more active about how you manage to deal with this boss, because he's gonna do actual dragon shit. Like, he stays up in the air if he's allowed to. Well, it's not that he stays up in the air, but he will go into the air and do like these big attacks. He lockdowns areas of the arena with these poison clouds. And it's that kind of move where he kind of like arcs towards you on a sort of curve while in the air. You have to manage his positioning while he's in the air because he can do a couple things involving that. Alright, now that I have remembered that he will absolutely just dash in and wreck me, let's try and handle that differently. Compared to other dragons, he doesn't have a crazy health bar. Yeah. His first action will always be kind of charging into the middle. We actually dodged into his claws like an idiot there. But yeah, most of this fight is going to be about managing his takeoffs and landings, because his grounded attacks aren't that big a deal, but his aerial attacks are really, really nasty. But this is a fight that you have to manage more than, like, you fight in the moment. I think if I line myself up right, I should be able to start like a big hit on his tail. Because I don't think his initial charge here is not relative to your position, it's just a thing. Oh, his tail's actually further back. Okay, the second attack in a hard sequence is a horizontal cut instead of a chop, a downwards chop. There's the tail cut. Also, absolutely epic music. Ow! Okay, he actually got me with a front claw swipe. That was a half kill without using resin, so we're going to use resin this time at the start of the fight. You can see that the Slumbering Dragon is suffering from an old injury. I forget the lore on that. If I ever actually knew it. I might have not looked into that at any point in time. It's distinctly possible. Alright, this is going to be the full effort version of the fight. Let's go! Yeah, the front claw swipe is a bit random for me, so I'm gonna just try to avoid that location. See what we can do. Shoot. That almost hit. Oh, he actually got me there. This is probably dead. No, he's flying up. He loves flying. He really loves flying. Yeah, he loves flying about as much as he loves crashing through shit. Okay, I knew that was gonna happen, but well, I saw that attack, but I might be dead here. Basically, the entire goal of this fight is never be far away enough for him to decide to use a strafing breath. Right, I forgot he could do over-the-shoulder breath. Come back down. He did the sweeping down instead of his normal down. Just like every other dragon in Dark Souls, he does have a straight breath attack. And that's lethal. Woo! And that completes the Sunken City DLC. However, we still do have one more boss to take care of in the DLC. We're going to pick up a couple items that are littered in Sin's battlefield. Yorg's Ring, I don't remember what that is. I feel like it's pretty good, though. I could have sworn I saw another item hanging out. Maybe that was my imagination. Now, what is Yorg's Ring? Sometimes deflects spells. Okay. Yeah, we can't play with sometimes. And this gives us the Crown of the Sunken King, another nice core item for our run. A faint heat lingers in the ancient crown. So this is going to be our crown moving forward. There's a little bit of an exchange. Was this the wrong crown? You know, I'm thinking I must be thinking about the wrong crown that gives us a stat boost. Yep, it's one of the other crowns. Shoot. It's probably the crown at the end of Broom Tower that gives the stat boost that I was thinking about. Alright, well, with that locked up. Also, nearly broke our axe, as a note. Just kind of a thing. I don't need to see Vengarl again about a weapon change or anything like that. There's not really a super meaningful vendor at this point, given that my consumable levels are pretty high. I could go back to see... Let me actually take a trip to the castle into Under Castle Drangleic, and I'm going to buy the human effigies off of Dark Diver Grandal and make another attempt at killing those suckers he's got in that little dark zone.
Fight not young.
Buying. He's only got 3 for sale. But he's got 10 bonfire edicts, so I'll clear him out on those.
The most of it, if
Yeah, go for it. Okay.
may the dark shine your.
Let's see how this fight goes. I think that Aromatic Ooze will be the strongest option against the guys in here, technically. I don't really plan to use it. Ultimately, the issue with this whole thing is still, like, Estoc Man's gonna ruin my frickin' life. And I don't necessarily have a way of dealing with that. Like, at all. Well, we can chop him down pretty effortlessly now. Let's see what we can do about Estoc Man. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, I don't know what you are, and I don't care. Not a big threat. This doesn't do enough damage to be meaningful. I think there's just the one more gal in here, which is this one over here. We do have a pit in the hole in the middle of the room to be aware of. And there she goes. Cool. Alright. So now we just need to go over here, and mostly we just need to not fall in anything. I'm just super glad Estoc Man didn't decide to put on the special sauce this time. So we have to use a flame butterfly here. There are actually no torchlights down in these locations, so the only way to light the braziers down here is using a butterfly. So with that done, we head over to this area. Previously had the fog door. Now it's gone, and we go out through this foggy hole thing. And that completes that. Devotion to your covenant is deepened, and you have gained a rank.
Young undead, that let us see you have seen done what once was a great, but slowly. It is we.
Alright. I don't think he has anything terribly interesting left for us to buy.
The dark.
So we're moving on. We need to go to the next Dark Diver Grandal site if we want to finish this up, and I think locking this up sounds pretty appealing at the moment. Let's just be done with it. So the next one's the Shaded Ruins. This is, like, theoretically the first Dark Diver Grandal. So it is considered to be the easiest one to cope with. Oh yeah, and these guys aren't invisible anymore. So we can lock onto them. Yeah, anything that previously appeared as a phantom will now appear as a fully real person. It's a real boy. So, we need to go over this way. And this location, Dark Diver Grandal, is through here.
Fine, now, young. Master, if
Yep, take it. Here we go. So we'll have another set of PvP-esque fights.
may the dark.
This particular location is pretty nice in that when you find it, you also get a chest. The one in Drang Lake Castle is basically like, yeah, you found the Covenant. Feel happy about it. Dark Chasm of Old. I'm glad these others do not start off as nasty in terms of having places for you to fall off. They're still a bit nasty, but just a bit. That guy's giving his battle axe. What for? Okay. Will these guys consent to being drawn in one at a time? This guy's ready to party. Back up to solid ground. Looks like he might be slowly recovering health. I can't quite tell. That's rude. Very rude. So yeah, he's definitely got a dagger. I mean, he's doing dagger stuff with it. That's pretty hard to deal with. He's actually dual-wielding daggers. They look like they might be bandit knives or tracer blades or something. In Dark Souls 3, if I'm remembering correctly, I believe you can actually run the bandit knife on SL1 and play like a really noteworthy bleed build. There are a lot of bosses in Dark Souls 3 that are susceptible to bleed, so it can actually be pretty effective. Now, something I did not know but found out pretty recently is that Calamite in Dark Souls 1 is actually somewhat susceptible to bleed. So there's a solid bleed option for that. You have to get a very rare weapon to play that in Dark Souls 1, though. Requires you to get a drop from a specific enemy in a really annoying place.
May the dark.
Okay. So, yeah, this first guy with the knives is a super pain in the neck. Like, he even took me out of my leaping attack earlier. And that one there is an archer. Wonder if I can fight either of these guys over here. Yeah, I basically just missed like one crucial attack there. Okay. I think if I might have, maybe if I followed up that last heavy attack, I would have gotten him and then just taken a shot from the archer, but it would be fine. Let's see. Yeah, I think maybe I can get one opening attack on this guy. How's my, okay, there is no such thing as a running heavy attack. Wanted to check, because I could not remember the rules of engagement, as it were. Take a lot of curse when I go past some of those areas. I've got to cut through them pretty quick. That's fine.
Fine, now.
Yeah, lay that dialogue on me. And the third Dark Diver Grandal is like on the way to the depths.
May the dark.
But it's like not that big a deal. He's basically just in the pit in Majula, if I'm remembering correctly. Might be a little somewhere else. There are two locations that I'm thinking of, and he's in one of them. the one in Drung Lake Castle is actually the shortest run back for him. Woo! That lightning bolt was a little close. I did not like that arrow right there. If he will just come up and get hit one more time, I'm good. I'm trying to go in preemptively, but his attack startup is so fast, it interrupts things that I do preemptively if I don't do them with the right spacing. I need to start like well in advance of his attack. Once this guy is down, the archer's going to be a chump, and the ghostly one is a mega chump. Other builds would actually just block him and move on with their lives.
Fine.
It's
Now,
not like he is
yeah.
a genuinely challenging guy.
The mouse, if
I could unlock the other shopkeep from down here too.
may the dark.
The one who does boss weapons. I just don't think there are any boss weapons that I can reasonably equip. Like, you can get a maximum of 15 strength in an SL1 run. Nope, 16 is the technical maximum. You know, fire might actually be more effective on this guy. Assuming that he functions as a hollow. Ooh, I thought that arrow would hit. He stopped. That's him. Okay. I don't know if he'll switch off the bow or stick with it. Looks like he prefers the bow. Ooh, bonfire Cedic. Nice. Alright, that's him. Another bonfire Cedic. Cool. I'm getting spoiled a little bit. I need to make sure I don't fall in that hole. Kill that guy super fast. I don't know what this is. I'm gonna pull on it and see if it brings up a baddie. It did not bring up a baddie. We've just got 2 floors here. Okay, let's see. Biggest danger at this point is that something might like ambush murder me. I'll go ahead and light this, but if I find out afterwards that there's another opponent, like, I'm gonna have to be more careful on the third one. Okay, let's see. What is this for? Hurrah for tight spot. Yeah, don't get stuck there. If this drops me off somewhere and there's an enemy right in front of me, I'm gonna be so mad. Okay, he's not right in front of me, but there is a guy. Is he another one of the same kind of guy? Holy crap. Come on, don't roll into him. very careful about this. Ugh! I hate this attack pattern in, like, an NPC. Ah, that'll do it. Okay, so I need to go down the elevator and fight him before I go back up the elevator to light the fire. Why did they put 2 of this guy in here? Okay, I'm gonna try the charcoal pine. Oops, not that one. There we go. Yeah, I'm not sure why the like rotten pine is even an option. As for the dark stuff, I think there is a place where you can buy it. There might be a place where you can buy rotten pine resin that I'm not aware of, but the actual one of the actual notes about those each of these things in Dark Souls 2, not only do they add the damage type to your weapon, they also increase your scaling for the damage type. Problem is, they can't be used with items that already inflict the damage type, which kind of breaks the purpose of that little caveat. I'm gonna use one of these because these knife guys are killing me over the course of several hits and they have a margin of error on that I can increase. Okay. Wish you could light torches with a fire weapon, but you cannot. Alas. Okay, so this fight here, this first one, is still challenging. I still gotta respect it. Okay. Exactly where I need the archer not to be. Actually, I think the archer just killed themselves. So I'll take it. Don't fall in a pit. Don't fall in a pit. Okay. And it looks like we'll have to call the elevator up every time as well. Okay. I do not see the point in level design speak of segregating these areas with an elevator. I guess it's so that you can't run away from this dude. Reapply the charcoal pine. That's him. My soul's back. Okay, back up the elevator we go. Now I can activate the bonfire thing. There we go. Yeah, it's noteworthy that holding up a torch is, like, way more light than you get out of any other light source. Like, the torches and torch sconces are super real. And here's our exit. Plummeting down into abyss after abyss. Cool.
Finally, now, young the dark.
Okay. Now we go back to the bonfire, and we go back to Majula, so that we can go into the last of these. Now, I don't remember if the one we need to do is in the pit at Majula, or if it's actually in the gutter. I think it's actually the one in the gutter. Let's actually just go to the one in the gutter. I'm pretty sure that's correct. Don't give up, skeleton. Yeah, the Black Gulch, rather, not the gutter. Ugh. I need to make sure that I'm not going to be poisoned running into this place. Should be just over here. Okay, so I have to be a little more careful with that run subsequently.
Yeah. The mouth. May the dark.
Okay, here we go. As before, I think the charcoal pine resin is going to be our best bet. Dog chasm. How much of a hole in the floor is there between me and that guy? A lot? Oh, he coming. What is that? What on earth is he wielding? Is he dead? No, okay. So that's actually a tolerable drop. Neat, just what I wanted, a fucking pyromancer. Be attacking me from all that far away. Ugh. I need to dislodge them from that spot. Pyromancer might be able to mess me up here. At least his weapon is slow. Okay, that'll buy me time to heal. I think there's about 0 chance the Pyromancer's actually, like, terribly vulnerable to this stuff, but whatever. Alright, whatever. He's vulnerable to some axing. There we go. Yeah, I did not have a lot of time along that to, like, get my stamina back, so I just had to go with it. Looks like it worked out. Okay, each one of these places has had 3 phantoms, so there's gotta be another phantom. Super useful, buddy. Okay, that'll lead to the chalice, but there's no phantom over here. So over here is probably a phantom in the fog door. Okay, I see a phantom. Okay, it's another one of these guys. This guy wasn't actually too bad. Wait, does he have another friend? He is another pyromancer friend. Jeez. is a hole. It's not a lethal hole. Chaos Fireball. Actually looks like I can get stamina back and attack him faster than he can cast a spell, for the most part. So we can just beat him with that. And those guys are just not very threatening. Okay, that's all the enemies here. That one was, like, relatively painless. Relatively. It was still kind of tough. I mean, the Pyromancers were able to hit me pretty reliably. They just didn't do a ton of damage. And I don't know, like, I don't think my fire resistance is that great. Maybe it's better than I thought. Alright, here's our out here. This is going to lead us straight into a boss. We'll be stuck on soul gems for most of this boss fight, I think. Depending on how much we actually need to heal. I understand this guy, like, floats around and casts. Oh, it removed our frickin' thing. Oh boy, what is that? What are those? What the heck is even happening? Okay, that's a two-step attack. He's gonna do 3 fireballs from these. Oh, oh, and then he pieced. Okay. I learned that's 2 attacks. Okay. Dark orbs. I think he gets to detonate one. Oh, it's what's it called? It's just a portal. It's not that big a deal. Okay, slow laser. Is that an explosion? Oh no, don't do that. I hate that. I really hate that. Could one of you just not show back up? Yeah, it's a bad hit to take. Woo. Oh, shoot, I got hit by the teleport. Okay, so he splits into 2 guys at a certain HP threshold. That's pretty nasty. Okay, okay. This guy actually has a lot of health. Okay, that one on the left is basically always hitting me. I'm just gonna wait for this to degrade so that I don't have to use all my poison moss here. Although, that being said, I don't have like other things later in the game that I have to use poison moss for. I keep thinking that roll is like not gonna make it, and it keeps barely working. This should, from now on, take us straight to the boss fight. Yeah, we get that. I think now actually we can challenge the we might be able to challenge the Dark Lurker from any of these now. So if that's the case, I'm gonna go to Drang Lake after this and see if I can challenge him from that bonfire, so I don't have to run past this poison junk. That did not put me direct to the Dark Lurker. Oh my god, I have to fight these guys again to fight the boss? Ew, that's gross. Oh my god. Okay, this is gonna be the last friggin' thing I do. Fall off. So if I have to fight these guys every single time... Oh my god, all of these places had some problematic guy. Okay, just you stop. So wait, does this mean I need to spend, like, 2 things to fight him every single time? Do I need to relight the brazier? Okay, the brazier stays lit. But the fog door is reclosed, so I do have to fight this smattering of enemies every single time I make an attempt on him. Yeah. Well, I think the phantoms in the other versions of this were kind of nasty. I wasn't sure if he could actually swing with both of them, so I gave him some space. Oh, that guy has not realized what was going on. That's nice. Take that. Yeah. It's true that they're not on the level of other phantoms. Throw that on first. I don't think that can ever go directly underneath him. Yeah, that looks like a no. Portals. Where'd he go? There you are. A little bit of a subtle telegraph on that one. Stamina's pretty low. Looks like when he does this attack, I loosely have the time for like 1 swing before I need to actually worry about dodging it. Okay, I was wondering if those could drop on his position. They can. That sword thing has a very forgiving hitbox. Thankfully. Ow. And that's his big burst. Yeah, and he was in a swordy mood. Oh man, I really don't know what to do about the double setup. I got a stagger out of one of them for a moment, but it wasn't because he was the real one or anything. I was hoping when he staggered that he was just gonna go away. I'm assuming that like I only need to kill the one of them once I get to that point, but so I can't challenge the boss directly after this. I will come back to that later as well. Let's see, how much more time do I have? Not a ton. I'm gonna do like 1 or 2 attempts, I think, on the Smelter Demon. If I can get the boss run to him down correctly. Oh, right. Dragon Remnants. I forgot about the Dragon Covenant. You can duel other people in the Dragon Covenant and, like, rack up dragon scales. I forget what it even does for you. I mean, you can increase the Covenant ranking. I think you might get, like, a special Covenant action or attack or a thing like that. Like the Dragon Roar. That's been in enough of the other games. In Dark Souls 3, it can actually be like a relevant power-up. Like, Dragon Roaring does give you a nice healthy damage boost. Ow. Come on, guys. Yep. It's this old mess again. You know, I did get a key for this area that I'm not certain if I've used yet. The big iron key or the old iron key? I'm not sure which one it was. No, I didn't fall off. That's nice, I guess. Yeah. Oh, man. I swear, Alon Knights are the worst. Absolute worst. Pretty much right on cue. Oh, excuse me. I heard you relax from a zip code away. I figured I would say hi. Showcase my excellent ninja samurai hearing. Oh, I'm out of stamina. Yeah, I couldn't kill them fast enough because I ran out of stamina to kill them more. Sheesh. This is the worst boss run in the game. It's either that or it's tied with the Demon of Song, but the Demon of Song is, like, easier. It's actually, like, a really sad boss. And this is such a setup, too, because it's like, this guy on the bridge won't give you any peace, but the moment you cross about this point, there's that guy down there who's like, don't you think about stepping on that bridge, I will mess you up. And you can barely dodge on the god-dang bridge. If you actually wait to lure people off the bridge, you'll get like 4 enemies at the same time. It's one of those classic lose-lose-lose situations. Well, yeah, I don't think that guy's coming back. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Once the bridge troll stops spawning, this area cleans up a lot. Well, I mean, it cleans up a bit. Once everything stops spawning, it cleans up a heck of a lot. No, that's right. There is one boss run that is worse than this. The boss run for Alon, because it's full of it's full of this enemy type, but they have more HP. This is actually a human being. Don't worry, your work will be done soon. Oh my god, I might be able to heal. Enough stuff is dead that I can occasionally heal. Unheard of. That guy moved up on me. Oh, okay. No, sure. Hey, buddy. Whatever. Bye! Is that an explosion? Oh no, he's powering up, that's right. Oh, that has an explosion. I was certain there was an explosion somewhere. That's another power-up. I can't remember when this guy is going to do like a double stab versus a single slash. Okay, well there he's going to do a triple, I guess. Go figure. If I had the time to use it, Aromatic Ooze would help me with this fight. This is definitely one of those fights where the boss like phases up in ways that are very tricky. But I know I've got a couple opportunities to use Aromatic Ooze. So during his phase transitions, he's not going to do damage, but on his leaping stab, he has an explosion. So my thought here is, if he goes for the leap stab, back up and apply Ooze. And then try and, you know, use that to finish him off. I appreciate that invaders in this place understand that this experience is not great. and some people don't want to deal with being invaded here. Can I run this yet? I basically just have to not get shot by this guy, and I think I can just get through. Nope, guy got shot by the other guy. The guy at the other end of the hall got me on the door. And that'll happen a lot if I try to actually just run this through. Oh, that's right, I forgot that's the thing. You can actually enchant shields as well, or you can infuse them to give more protection against a certain thing. There are not so many cases where it's useful. I mean, if you actually ramp up a shield enough, you can like block dragon breath and stuff like that with the shield's fire infused and such. Yeah, I'm gonna fall off. I didn't actually die from damage there. I died because that last slash pushed me off. I killed 2 of them, so less likely to spawn. As long as I take out the archer every single time, eventually this won't be a big deal. Except for the fact that on the corridor I need to get to, there are like 4 guys. Yeah. Yeah, I get the feeling that some people might connect on an invasion and notice, like, oh yeah, this guy is wearing peasant's garb and a battle axe. Looks like the, oh, Forlorn is not human. Oh my god. Yeah, so Forlorn will not show us mercy like a random human invader might. Some random human invaders are like invading to possibly help you out. They're like, yeah, if you burn a seed of a tree of giants, and then they'll just go kill stuff. Super weird. But you know, people do weird stuff. Okay, yeah, he's coming on over. He's actually the only one aggroed right now. Never mind. That guy in the far distance on that platform decided that now is his time. Yep, not gonna make it. And there's a goddamn parade of additional guys. So it looks like the first time I was able to get through and make my one attempt on the smelter demon so far, it looks like what actually happened there is the guy in the back, who's currently being an archer, had actually moved up to come after me. So I had like LOS'd or something accidentally in one of these earlier runs. It's funny how, like, making it through this area without finding the smelter demon is so much better. Yeah, here it is. He ran over. I'm not sure how to get back up. I have to go down so that I can get up. Yeah, I have to come out on this side and loop back around. Oh no. I can, like, see that out of the corner of my eye once I open the menu. Okay, there we go. I could actually use the next level of Estus Flask. I need to find out where that is. For all I know, it's on that very corpse right there. Okay, this is actually a case where I can ooze on the way in. Because enough shit is dead. And there's the third phase already. Take a sip, egos boom. If you went for the third attack, I'd have killed him there. There we go. Yeah, once he does the down slam, you're clear. That's the go mode. Smelt a demon's soul. Take that, buddy. Alright. Yeah, for all the trouble of everything else, at least it only took, like, what, 3 attempts on the Smelter Demon? 2? I got 5 Flame Butterflies for the trouble. And a bonfire. That's the message that says bonfire. And this gets us up here, which we could climb down that if we cared to. We can go across there now. Access to this nonsense. Horse. I don't know what it's saying about horse. And he's trying to shoot us from down there. So I do want to either remember or just find out. Ah, he takes a lot less damage since I'm not using the mace. So ironclads are actually kind of susceptible to blunt then. Or that's a special ironclad. I think this is the usage of a oh no, I've already been here. That on down. Ow. See ya. There is a chest out there that is just on fire. I don't know if there's any way to get that. I think there might be a way to, like, flood this place or something. I don't know. It'd be nice. Oh, hey, buddy. So long as they come at me one at a time, they're perfectly fine. Eh. thought I had already opened this. Destructive great arrows. Yeah, I don't know if I have time for you or not. Yeah, this lockstone just gives you access to water, which is mildly helpful. Oh, he got a plunging attack on me. What a jerk. I think I have the time for that. Ow. Let's see, lifestone's still ticking. Life gem. The radiant ones are pretty big. Ow. This guy is a bit of a jerk, but he's not that great at Ring Around the Rosie. Okay. Where on earth does this key go that I've had forever? Effigy. Oh, hey, buddies. Pretty sure the last time I was up here, I just ran away shouting, oh no, please God, no. This time, however, fuck you guys. 5 Titanite shards. Alon Captain armor. I mean, that stuff does look snazzy. But that is all. And a Black Knight Great Axe. That would be possibly very exciting. Oh, missed. Dead. Well, that's fine. We don't have further business here that I am aware of. I do not know what is opened by this iron key that I have not already opened. It's possible there's something, but I don't know. Okay. Let's see. Other places we need to go and check out. We got that bonfire. We did that stuff. We got there. We beat that boss. Oh, I still haven't beaten that other boss. Yeah. Let's make 1 or 2 attempts on this guy. But apart from that, we've mostly got like the DLC to work on. I could try to fight the gang squad again. I need to remember how to get into the Broom Tower DLC. Okay, we've actually killed all the ads. This is a serious boss attempt now. This boss is like 80% defined by these horrible ads. Yeah, the boss himself is not even like 1/3 killing us, it seems. Ew. Gross. You dead. Okay. That's not on the to-do list anymore. Thank goodness. Oh, and there is an extra like room past him. I think. Yeah, this is just kind of saying like, yippee hooray, you can join the Rat Covenant if you really want to. fall out of here to go back to the, like, earlier spot. But we don't care! This whole place is not for us. It's for other people who have, like, skills and levels and things. And want to do PvP. Okay, so that is some more optional boss stuff cleared out and done. Alright, 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 alright. We've still got the Ancient Dragon to fight, for sure. That's a big deal. That guy is pretty obnoxious. Oh, there's another bonfire in Shulva that we haven't been to. It's probably at the end of this horrible gauntlet that we have to get through. Let's see, that gauntlet was at the Priestess's Chamber? Maybe take another run at that. The gauntlet itself didn't seem all that bad. It's just like fighting the boss at the end. And, like, fighting the boss at the end of stuff is reasonable. I mean, I'm not going to attack almost anything in the gauntlet, so let me see about lighting the bonfires so that I have a better understanding of it. So it's over this way. Cave of the Dead. There's a similar one of these in Broom. I don't know if there's one. I've never seen one in L.A.M. Lois that I'm aware of. So this, we'll be able to grab that earlier if we need to. Okay, I might just turn to stone very soon. Whole lot of guys. I just got, like, headshot by one of these stone effects. Very close to dead. But I think it's over this way. That'll help me make that out later. I don't need to worry about it beyond that. Ow. Oh man, that guy actually has half-a-level poise. Okay. He just kept trucking. So I do get the idea that splitting them up is really ideal for this fight. Okay, so Serra's HP is not that great. I'm gonna guess that individually each of their HPs is pretty meh. If I beat the Archer, I can probably string them all out and, like, take this down without too much worry. Pulling them off to the sides is gonna be a really good plan. I'm definitely not gonna have time to use a consumable before the fight, or I think even or during the fight. There's a whole bunch of stuff. A whole bunch of flippin' goons. We're gonna just kind of say no to that. Okay, which direction is the fire in? Come on. I can't make out the firelight, no way, no how. Shoot, I thought that would help. Okay, it's down the passage where one of those turtles is. So let me try an angle based on that. I think this is actually the better route down. It's not down this way, but I might as well grab this item. Random headshots. Yep. I actually got a full stone there. Yeah, it's pretty easy for that to happen through here. Go ahead and use an effigy. Let's see. When I think about it, we don't have that much game left. We've got Ludenzalen, Blue Smelter Demon, Ivory King. We've got the Gang Squad. Throne Watcher and Defender, which are, those guys are one boss. Ow! Ah! Yeah, taking that charge really messed me up. So, we've got the Gang Squad and Shulva. In the core game, we've only got Dark Lurker and then, like, the last bosses. Oh, and the Ancient Dragon. And Vendrick. Let's see. I think there's only 2 bosses in Broom. We've got the Smelter Demon and the Fume Knight. I don't think there's anything else. Though there's a lot of, like, mid-boss type enemies in that area. Come on, let me get through. Okay. So I can make it to here without too much trouble. But here, I need to be a bit more conscious of the Lancers. Come on, don't headshot me right there. You're kidding me. That's gonna be lethal. There's no way I can there's no way I can deal with him in my back. And this is just to make attempts at the Gang Squad, which is a really tough boss. So in Eleum Lois, we've got Ludenzalen and the Ivory King. In the main game, we've got Dark Lurker and then the last few things. And then in Shulva, we've got the Gang Squad. In Broom, we've got the Blue Smelter Demon and in Shulva, we've got in Broom, we've got the Blue Smelter Demon and then the Fume Knight. The Fume Knight's a series. Oh, and Alon. I forgot about Alon. There we go. Better. Come on. Okay, so there actually might be a few opportunities for me to use a consumable. I just need to be super hit and running about this, I think. Yep. shit. Okay, sure thing. That is fine. A-okay. This is a bad spot. Get past that guy, and all of these statues is a huge pain in the neck. But maybe it'll take them a while. One down. Okay, so these two guys are kind of butt buddies. So how do I cope with that? I think I still just play this out by a hit and run. Music here is great. Okay, get there. That's fine. I've got a lot of radiant life gems to spare. Yes, stay up here. Stay up here. Let's fight. Ooh, that's rough. I think Havel just dropped behind me. He's not actually Havel, he's just wearing Havel armor, but whatever. He's the Havel armor guy. Yeah, he really seems to love tanking through a couple hits. That guy. Like, he is super eager to shot trade on me. Looks like I can buy a good bit of time. This, rebuffed. Raring to go, sort of. Raring to run away, mostly. One more hit and he should be good to go. There. I don't want to fight him in the muck. He almost killed me there. I need to still give him a lot of birth. You can give time for this this life gem to work. Still hit. Oh! Okay, I'm gonna do this later. Maybe I can. Maybe he's backstabbable or something, but like, oh boy, that is rough. That is a whole lot of fight to do to try and like make an attempt at the one of them that's the hardest to beat. It might be possible to like lame him out with poison or something. I don't know. Okay. There's a lot of stuff to explore in Frozen Aleum Lois. I think I'm going to start picking up some items, killing some random guys. Let's see. Yeah. So I need to gather up, like, 4 knights to get the Ivory King, I believe. I think there are actually 5 knights available, and you only need 4. I don't remember. But actually fighting the Ivory King turns into a bit of an endurance gauntlet. Ah, we pulled this elevator up that was full of a bunch of junk, so we can access this chest. We get a spell that we're not going to use, and there's a ladder here. Leads to somewhere. Gear set. Okay. Ugh. As for that fight there with Havel, I think I'm not annoyed that I died specifically. Rather, it's not just that I died, it's that the way I died was such a, like, cheap shot hitbox. So even though the battle axe is higher attack, I think I was killing these guys more easily with the rapier setup. I'll have to consider that. Yeah, enemy defenses in Dark Souls are really weird and specific. Okay, so we have to worry about this area now where we didn't before. Because this gal's over here and she will wake up now. We can also get access to these. Some bombs and a retainer staff. Okay, this area has no cover now. So that guy's going to start casting spells at us right away. But the aggro radius should not be changed. Except for her, she's new. Okay. Yeah, those guys did get angry this time, where I don't think they did before. Extra frosty. All right, just get there. Doesn't matter how. Ah, that's right. Let's try killing them even harder with a bit of charcoal pine resin. Stuff is pretty effective here. It's not very effective in Broom, the next area we need to go to. Woo! Almost got us there. Kill him off. Checking for any new enemies around here. We got this gal here. We'll get up. I'm going to kill this guy up here because he's going to come after me. Yeah, it's taking hits like that that is worrisome. Okay, this area used to be iced over, blocked off. Now it is not. So we have access to an elevator. taking us down to the lower area. There's a lot of stuff there. Ground floor. It's full of these little ice porcupines. These guys are basically just the DS2 version of bone wheel skeletons, which is to say they're super awful. They're basically just a little mobile, deadly hitbox. That's their whole thing. I'm not going to worry about them right now, because I think I can explore around the abandoned dwelling and get a lot more loot. Now, to actually get into the abandoned dwelling, I had to drop down. I'm not sure if there's a way back up there. No, that's a no. So I'm going to have to take that route later to get a lot of stuff. From here, I am going to try just running forward and see what more I can get from some of these other areas. Ow. Kill you. Deal with him. Pretty quick work. Alright. Yeah, she will try to backstab us while we're working through these. Let's take a look, because I feel like one of these is a mimic. That might be in a different room. There is definitely a room where one of the chests you run into is a mimic. But I think that's in another room that's like foreshadowed, because when you're there while he's on ice, you can see him being all mimicky on ice. Got bright bugs. And yeah, getting caught by a mimic on SL1 is instant death. Simple enough. Old Radiant Life Gems. A Titanite slab. And there's the mimic. Okay, there was a mimic there. I opened the mimic last, so I didn't lose too much. Rather, I got to loot all the stuff first. Okay, so this time I'm going to run through there, go up to the very top. Probably over to where the invisible dudes were. I'll loot around there for a bit. Got those nice gals up there. Yeah, sometimes these guys just run off into wild blue yonder. So with this weapon, our third attack is coming in a little short. Based on the knockback these guys are getting. Okay, still don't have the ability to go through there. Okay, if you're gonna faff about, then I'm just gonna ignore you. It's kind of maybe a backstab. I like that gal has not stood up to try and mess us up yet. But I'm not about to let it happen either. She's got a knife. She was not innocent. So yeah, now we can see these dudes wielding greatswords along the right side. Previously, they were invisible. At the far end, there's now a Pharos Lockstone gate thingamajig that does open a door for us. So there are Pharos Lockstones in the non-DLC area, in the DLC areas. Uh-oh. it is pretty cool to see phantoms of players like fighting the same dudes. Ran out of stamina for a bit there, but we're fine. That row of guys is really caster happy, so they're not gonna run you down the same way that most of these sets do. Okay, and this gets us a back door to the other spot, I believe. So this sets us back out in front of that guy. Yeah, he would be there. So that's just a shortcut. And then we can go down here. Uh-oh. Nearly died. Okay. And that there doesn't really lead to anything. We're just killing that guy, which does prevent him from shooting us with stuff, so that's nice. I forget what's making that sound. Okay, no ladder there. So if I head down there, that's a one-way trip. Barely ran out of stamina as I blocked his, as I opened up his guard. Take you out. Ring of Resistance +1. I think that's actually a decent item. Let's see. Yeah, that's Poison, Bleed, Curse, and Petrify resistance. Okay, so now over here, we're going to be trying to make it past a series of dogs. That's a lot of dogs. Whew! Alright, that was dangerous. Here we have a chest. Not important at all. I guess the real purpose for that earlier room is you have the option. Oh, that other guy, that other dog isn't dead. I think I'm doing just a little bit less damage than I want to be. I'm not sure exactly why. Probably because I'm using a little too much weight. Be wary of Dark Spirit, therefore try ranged battle. Is this when we run into Maldron? Oh boy, if it is. Raw for safe zone. Okay, well, I think I might need to go across here before I go down there. Castaway Witch Donna. Okay. Uh-oh. She's casting spells, and there is another enemy up there. Yep, and she just murdered me. And that is one of our objectives right there. Right in front of us. Okay, so having to kill her is going to be really tough. That might be the case. It might be the maximum. It might be that if I'm hitting them with too close in, I'm doing less damage. All right, that's worth thinking on. Okay, we are out of time for the second time today, so we'll be calling it here. We still have a few things to get done, and they're exceptionally hard. So this is just that kind of brutal last stretch of the game, because Dark Lurker's really tough. The Gank Squad fight is really tough. We need to get through the rest of Eleum Lois, which is a very difficult area. We still have all of Broom left to conquer. I don't remember how to get in, but I'll go ahead and look that up so I can start working on Broom. Because there we'll get a couple rings that might give us a hand. We get the better dodging ring in there, so that's really nice. All right. This has been Jupiter Exile. Until next we wander. Have a good evening.